We're on the road to change, but it's up to each one of us to ensure that it's the sort of change we desire, change that we can be proud of, and change that embraces all the values that make us truly Zimbabwean.
Alright guys, hi everybody. Welcome to my channel. Hello gorgeous people. This is Rumbi, and let me just tell you, I want to say shout out to everyone who really subscribed to our channel thus far, because guys, you're coming in numbers and I'm super grateful. And if you're new here, trust me, you don't want to miss this channel, so you better subscribe, ring the bell so that we can keep in touch. All right, so today I'm really looking at my lady. Like, I love this girl, I do. Like, I'm not a jealous woman. I know sometimes it's hard for women to love each other, but I'm not a jealous person. I'm a firm believer that we are all gifted differently. And one of the women that I truly respect, that I think people are attacking on Twitter unnecessarily, is Fadzayi Mahere. When I say shout out to her, and she did such an incredible speech. I mean, if you had an opportunity to listen to the speech, and for those that haven't, trust me, because I came for you. So I came with the speech so that you guys can listen. Please take a listen. And Miss Fadzayi, take it away.
2 years ago, I woke up in a maximum security prison in Zimbabwe with no toilet, no water, and no underwear. Inmates ate watery porridge with our hands because we were not permitted spoons. Before lights off, we had to line up in queues for roll call. Groups A, B, C, or D. D was for dangerous. And even though the other women there had committed murder, armed robbery, and infanticide, I was put in the dangerous group, all because of a tweet. So it might surprise you that after repeated arrests and wrongful imprisonment, I've come here today to the UN, optimistic, because the crackdown now taking place in Zimbabwe is a sign that we're winning. Even within his own party, Mr. Mnangagwa is weak. Their own intelligence tells them that the opposition will win this election in the coming summer. I'm the national spokesperson for the Citizens Coalition for Change, the country's main opposition party. Because we dare to challenge the system, I've been arrested repeatedly. My car has been smashed 4 times. I survived an armed robbery on my house. And then in 2021, local police slammed into a bus and hurt a baby. I remember seeing a video of the mother carrying a pale, limp baby, crying, grabbing the police officer by the collar, crying, "He killed my baby." I tweeted against this egregious act of police brutality. I said, "This is rogue policing. It's a disproportionate and unconstitutional use of force. No baby should die because of police brutality." And by the time I tweeted about it, it had already gone viral. But they arrested me anyway, and that's how I ended up in the country's maximum security prison. I was charged with communicating falsehoods prejudicial to the state. And I learned firsthand how the government would manipulate the law for their own gain. The magistrates and prosecutors had no regard whatsoever for my fair trial rights. They refused to admit the baby of the mother and the dead baby. They called me a liar. They said the baby wasn't dead. I faced a potential 20-year prison sentence because of my tweets. I'm free for now, but in Zimbabwe, nobody is truly yet free. And so I'm here today to let the world know that Zimbabwe is currently reeling under a dictatorship much worse than Robert Mugabe. Almost half the population live under extreme poverty because those in power would rather loot and persecute than lead. The government's war against freedom and its weaponization of the law against myself and other government critics, journalists, and civic society members, including Job Sikala and Jacob Ngarivume, who are still in wrongful detention, are calculated to send a chilling. Zimbabwe is currently reeling under a dictatorship much worse than Robert Mugabe. Almost half the population live under extreme poverty because those in power would rather loot and persecute than lead. The government's war against freedom and its weaponization of the law against myself and other government critics, journalists, and civic society members, including Job Sikala and Jacob Ngarivume, who are still in wrongful detention, are calculated to send a chilling message to the rest of society. We're watching you, even on Twitter, and this is what you get: punishment for participating in opposition politics. Now, I wouldn't risk my life and freedom if I didn't sincerely believe that change is possible. Courage doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It means that you act in spite of your fear because you believe in a greater cause. And I choose courage. This summer, Zimbabweans go to the ballot box with one simple mission: to win Zimbabwe for change, to install ethical, competent leaders who believe in freedom, dignity, and prosperity for the many and not just the few. It is difficult, but we have to emancipate the jewel of Africa from the imprisonment of its current dictatorship. Hope and action are the sustenance for those who change the world. Thank you.
So this is actually for the people that are on Twitter. Guys, like to my Zanu PF supporters. Out of everything that Fadzayi Speech, she lying. All right, so because one of the things that I don't really like, that scares me a lot, like as a single person, is that when I see men, disrespect women, it scares me a lot. Yo, listen, I am a firm believer that men should protect and men should always affirm women. And when that is missing, I'm terrified, especially for my Zim guys. Yo, I'm single. I can't stand with this turmoil, yo. You know what I mean? So I was expecting, and I'm still expecting, you guys to rally behind Fadzayi and say, we believe you. Because let me tell you, when she spoke, of course, she's an intelligent woman, but guys, let's never forget the power of trauma. Because she went through, she couldn't deserve that, right? She didn't deserve that. So we mustn't forget the power of mental health. Let's not forget that. So I really expect you guys to rally behind her and give her support. But very disappointing, I listened to a space. By the way, I was actually on the space. I had an opportunity to speak there. It was really a very, very well informative space. But one thing that came out later on when I was on Twitter doing some meetings there, I listened to this audio and I just wanted to share with you because it was very disturbing. A woman encouraging that they need to look for people to go to the airport, waiting for Fadzayi to land so they can assault her. I was so disturbed. Like, we are talking about a mom who wants to assault a daughter that she should protect as a mom. She should believe in, that she should encourage and say, my daughter, you did well. How can we be of help? She's planning to assault him. When are we going to stop as a people of Zimbabwe to use threats all the time? We are threatening our brothers. If there ever been any weapon that the enemy have mastered well in Zimbabwe is fear. So that people don't speak the truth. But my question again, after all that she said in Geneva, did she lie? But by the way, I want you guys to take a listen at this space. There's a mom that's speaking there, very, very embarrassing and disturbing. Take a listen.
Mr. BT. Vananokumbira ma-sanction and I hope well then vanadzoka no problem pa airport. We are too soft. My citizen, we should go to airport. Pakanadzoka kanyembesa kukarova sterek. She will never go back to Geneva. We need like 5 people kunoka garda ku airport. Then toka rova sterek. It's too much now. It's getting out of hand. Honestly, do I like to fall or something? My brother is lying in Mozambique in a non-grave. Akakaruken up and down. I can't believe this. Honestly, I need vanhu 5 tinoona kamirira kuairport iko.
Sister Mag.
I'm not joking. It's too much. And I hope vanonotaura then vodzoka nothing is happening. Anachamisa kuno America kunokumbira mari masanction vanodzoka nothing is done. Hama dzedu they are just lying mumabush. What's happening?
It's called freedom. It's called freedom of speech.
It can't be
You
like
say
that.
what you want, you say what you feel, you have right to do that. Everywhere, yes. You have the right to do that. You have, I mean, you have, you know that, right?
Zimbabwe. Have you heard them saying bad about to America?
Why would you want to hear them? We don't care about America. We want to hear.
Why do we have to hear about Nyembesi in Geneva? Why?
Because that's what happened to her. She has to say what happened to her and emphasize how critical the situation is in our country.
No, we are too soft.
Can you deny that? Can you deny that? Can you deny that our situation is critical? You
It's
can
not
run away from that.
critical.
It's a fact. It's not critical.
Because my opposition and laying down about Manadaki. How we are too soft, my Zimbabwean. Daifana Warova, Anna Fudzi, Anna BT, Mr. BT. Vanana Kumbira sanction, and I hope well then Vana Zoka, no problem by airport. We are too soft. My citizen, we should go to airport. Pakana Zoka Kanyembesa, Kukarova Sterek. She will never go back to Geneva. We need like 5 people Kunoka Garda airport. Then Toka Rova Sterek. It's too much now. It's getting out of hand. Honestly. Do you like to fall or something? My brother is lying in Mozambique in a non-grave. Akakaruken up and down. I can't believe this. Honestly, I need 5 to know kamirira ku airport iko.
Sister Mag.
I'm not joking. It's too much. And I hope vanonotaura then vodzoka nothing is happening. Anachamisa kuno America kunokumbira mari masanction vanodzoka nothing is done. Hama dzedu they are just lying mumabush. What's happening?
It's called freedom. It's called freedom of speech.
It can't be
You
like
say
that.
what you want, you say what you feel, you have right to do that. Everywhere, yes. You have the right to do that. You have, I mean, you have, you know that, right?
Zimbabwe. Have you heard them saying bad about to America?
Why would you want to hear them? We don't care about America. We want to hear.
Why do we have to hear about Nyembesi in Geneva? Why?
Because that's what happened to her. She has to say what happened to her and emphasize how critical the situation is in our country.
We are too soft.
Can you deny that? Can you deny that? Can you deny that our situation is critical? You can run away from that. It's a fact. It's not critical.
Because my opposition and I laying down about Manadaki. How we are too soft, my Zimbabwean. Daifana Warova, Anna Fudzi, Anna BT, Mr. BT. Vanana Kumbira sanction, and I hope well then Vanadzoka, no problem by airport. We are too soft. My citizen, we should go to airport. Pakana Zoka Kanyembesa, Kukarova Sterek. She will never go back to Geneva. We need like 5 people Kunoka Garda airport. Then Toka Rova Sterek. It's too much now. It's getting out of hand. Honestly. Do you like to fall or something? My brother is lying in Mozambique in a non-grave. Akakaruken up and down. I can't believe this. Honestly, I need 5 to know kamirira ku airport iko.
Sister Mag.
I'm not joking. It's too much. And I hope no doubt then what's nothing is happening, anachanisa kuno America kuno kumbira.
Definitely for me, I'm going to be there for my girls all the time, for my guys all the time, because all the guys out there, Zimbabwean guys, are all my brothers, and I love them deeply. The girls out there, they are my sisters. I love them deeply. So I'm not a person who walks around and move around, just spreading hatred. I really want to see everyone win in Zimbabwe. I want to see everyone eating a decent meal. I want to see roads clean. I want to see everything functioning. So I'm not going to be part of the hatred, Guys, let's try to just love each other and support one another. But there was a tweet that stood up it was so well. It was a man that came out, was like, this is what we were waiting for. That's never Masura say. Ooh, yo. He said, no way, guys. Listen to me. Father deserves some respect. You know what I mean? The tweet was so powerful and I loved it. Just listen to him say that. He was so sweet. So I'm going to read the tweet for you. So that can, guys, women, just understand you're not alone. There are men who always stand for you, right? Never Masura say came through for me, and I think that was great. It was like, yes, these are the men that we are looking for. Imagine if you can have 10, 50 men who stand in Zimbabwe and say, enough. Or girls, women deserve some respect. Those people, we can have a revolution now. So if Masura sends out this strong tweet, so he said there is no provision in the Constitution of Zimbabwe that takes away the right to being invited to speak at international conferences. Freedom of association is constitutionally guaranteed. Unsolicited attacks are a demonstration of diplomatic illiteracy. Hands off, Advocate Mahere. Create a rapport with equally relevant fora and deploy your propagandists to go and speak. Every politician and political activist has their story to tell. Go tell yours in dozens wherever you get invited. A government of the day would be in better place to speak at these events. If anything, a focused and organized government of the day would spearhead the organization of such diplomatic platforms to tell its story to the world. It is indeed quite expensive to employ an incompetent public relations machinery that only knows wearing scarves and saying fair. Of course, you can see a lot of propaganda on social media. It's so sad because let me just say this. To be honest, if ZANU-PF was doing incredible work, really maybe taking care of our resources and respect our human rights, today they still be the ones leading the country. Zimbabweans were not fussy about changing government. The only time people started raising eyebrows is when they see the level of corruption that were going down in Zimbabwe. Abuse of human rights, people were like, no way. No, we want someone different. We're looking for an alternative leader. So it's really a mind game. Guys, play your part. If you're doing things right, people vote for you. Unfortunately, you definitely have lost trust with the people of Zimbabwe. People no longer trust ZANU-PF, unfortunately. And this is not a hatred part, it's a fact. You know what I mean? For those are just roaming around, they just hang on a thread. But they also know that something's wrong in the country. Unfortunately, they are benefiting from the loot. Alright guys, now that you have heard it all, tell me what you think in the comment section below. But do not forget to subscribe to the channel because the channel is on fire. Yeah, I'm gonna come with quite a lot. This is just the beginning. The base is yet to come. See you guys later, and I love you all. God bless you.